TinkerCAD tip. Hey, welcome back. This is part 2 of where we were working on the embedded objects, where we're printing something into parts and building in a tolerance for the cutout, in this case for the background for this Batman logo. And so far we had already created parts of our hole shapes that we're going to use as a cutout. Here's the original logo. And on the oval, we have an outer outline here. We have an inner outline. And now we're working on separating the Batman logo in the middle here. I've created an oval hole shape here. Let's smooth out the sides. Make sure that our logo's completely covered there. I've brought out a rectangle or a square here. We're going to go ahead and stretch this out to cover all of that. Bring down the height a bit here till the hole pops through. Right, we're going to select that whole oval, shift select the box, the red box, group the two of those together. We're going to turn that into a hole. Then we're going to select the logo on the inside and group those two together. And that leaves us with just the logo, which is no longer an SVG. We need this to be an SVG. So while this is selected, I'm going to click on Export again. SVG. Let's call this one Embedded Batman Logo 2. We'll save that. Delete the original there. Let's do our import. Number 2. Import that. Once it's imported, we'll change it to yellow. And now for this one, let's change the quality here. Let's set the height that we're going to make this 8. For this one, we actually want to have an outside line again. So we're going to say outer line, rounded, and the line width will be 0.5. There we go. So here's what we have so far. We have the original SVG, the body of it. We have this outer outline. We have this next inner outline. And then we have the outline of the Bat logo itself. Let's select all those. Let's move them over here. Let's do an alignment. Okay, make sure everything is lined up. So we can go ahead and for the moment, I'm going to select all those. I'm going to make a duplicate of this for a moment. I'm going to set this off to the side. I'm going to take these. I'm going to go ahead and group them together. I'm going to turn that into a whole object. Now we're going to take our background here and we're going to take this shape. Let's put our work plane on top of that. Select the whole logo, D to drop it, and then holding down the Control key, and with my snap grid at 1 millimeter, I'm going to go down 2 millimeters. 1, 2. Put the work plane back. Shift select that. Let's do an alignment of these two. Now what I want to show you here is that there's an additional step that we need to do in order to get this to work correctly. If we group these together here, notice these little tiny remnants that are showing up in here. That's not going to work well. So there's one additional step that we have to take. Let's go back to this. Let's ungroup it. And let's go ahead and get rid of that whole object there. What we need to do for every one of these inner and outer lines, we need to create the corresponding. So for instance, I'm going to click on this outer outline here. This happens to be an outer line. I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to change that to inner line, rounded corners, 1/2 millimeter in line width. I'm going to zoom into the next one here. There's that one. This one happens to be an inner line. We're going to duplicate that, and we want to change it to outer line, rounded, 1/2 millimeter. You see here now we have 2, 2. We'll go to this one. We'll do the same thing. This one is an outer line. Duplicate it. Let's call it an inner line, rounded, 1/2 millimeter. All right, now what we've got here is 7 objects. Let's quickly do an alignment, check everything's in alignment. They are. Let's group those together. Turn that into a whole. Now let's take our background, put the work plane back on it, select this, D to drop. Holding the control key, we're going to go down 1, 2, shift select that. We'll do a quick alignment. Let's put our work plane back. There we go. Select the 2 of those, group those together. There, now we have a clean inset into that background. We'll zoom out. We'll get another copy of our original logo here. There we go. We'll put the work plane on the back of that. Select our logo here. We hit D to drop it to the work plane. Put the work plane back. Let's select both of those, do an alignment. There we go. Now if we zoom in, you'll see that we have a tolerance built in. And in this case, it's a little exaggerated. I set it at 1/2 millimeter. You may find you only need it to be 0.2 or 0.3 millimeters. But there's our tolerance on the inside of the oval, the tolerance on the outside of the oval. So a few steps. But that's the proper way to get tolerances built in for something like this if you're going to create it as 2 printed objects that you're later going to pop together or glue in place. So there's your TinkerCAD tip. As always, like, follow, and share. If you enjoyed this one, drop me a comment.